Hello everyone, the 13 Scale here, also known as Scale, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm gonna apologize now if I seem a little off. I'm not feeling super great, so fingers crossed that there was a video that was uploaded yesterday. Anyway, I still have more of this crime scene to take a look at. This rope, is it? Yeah, it's the dead body kiddo. Can I even say that a minute into YouTube videos anymore? Does that even matter? Yep, they laid it out in the outline of the victim's body. Oh. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. No? The way that that's laid out tells me that they just outlined where the body fell the second that they opened the trunk. Okay. You gotta be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. You know, I'd have to agree with that.
A block. This is the area reserved for prosecutors.
Defense attorneys are regulated to B block.
I dream of the day when I'll be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block and buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
Do you think I'm gonna be suddenly without my job? I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Yeah, no kidding. Anything else worth noting? Nope. There we go. So this is the famous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Yeah.
That's okay, don't cry. Lana Skye must have been one strong woman. Or it's not feasible to kick it over. Okay.
This is where cars leave the lot.
The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance.
What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit.
Well, maybe it's both. Kind of dual purpose.
The theory of relativity.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
I gotta write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright, maybe you know. Was Mr. Relativity German or was he British?
Theory of relativity? As in Einstein, he was German. Mr. Relativity, are you sure that was his name? It wasn't.
So that's where Ms.Starr saw the incident from.
You could probably see quite a lot from up there. Huh. That probably means she wasn't lying when she said that she saw Miss Skye stab him. Where's the security guard anyway?
Well, this is just something I heard, but apparently he went out to buy coffee for Ms.Starr.
That woman is a force to be reckoned with. Yeah. Okay.
Look, a door. That must mean something.
I'm not sure that door means anything.
No, it won't open. A mysterious lock.
I fail to see what's so mysterious about it.
Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more.
Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? No clues here. That's not what I meant.
Ah, ladder.
That's a step ladder. I don't know. That looks pretty ladder-y to me.
What's the difference? In scientific terms, please.
I would love to also know. Scientific, huh?
Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright.
Okay, well, this all seems so horribly familiar somehow. So we've got nothing. What's that on the ground? Is that a hatch? Divider wall.
So this is the famous divider.
It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness.
A great divider. Chip off the old parking block.
No, it's just a wall, scientifically speaking. There's the phone.
Here, a phone. Let's see if it works.
Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching.
I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the biometric pressure?
What is she babbling? Someone disconnected the phone. That's interesting.
Hey, what did you just say?
See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. That's a little crazy. No clues at the... Okay. I guess. Alright, Ms.Starr. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Ms.Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. For being on the side of the prosecutor?
Oh, we know.
Alright.
I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry.
Sorry?
You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable.
Especially because it could have gotten an innocent person killed.
And little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw the chief prosecutor, Skye, stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands.
Yeah.
I swear, on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman.
So that means that you saw it for sure here. Or did you see it in the evidence room, visiting one of your other boyfriends? I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what?
So you were a detective, weren't you, Ms.Starr?
Yes.
It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago.
That's not a long time ago at all.
No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up.
Coughed it up?
They confessed. They blabbed like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long they called me the cough-up queen.
Oh.
Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches.
That's not where I got the idea, but okay. And you were, let go? Fired?
I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today.
I guess.
It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident.
The SL9. Wait, she doesn't mean... Do I present things to her? Present?
What do you think about this?
The SL9 incident, that's what's written on the knife. And on that note. Oh, so I could have presented her either.
Goodman.
Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know.
Really?
Saul Goodman?
That knife was the evidence from the case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed.
Oh.
As I suspected, SL9 isn't over, not yet.
So that means the killer did it? Yeah, this is going to be whoever was the killer on the SL9 incident was the killer of Goodman. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident itself? Present?
If you think about it, I could have taken that photo from the guard room.
No?
But even I get flustered sometimes.
So you went straight to the scene of the crime?
I rushed towards the chain link fence in the effort to stop the murderer. That's when I took this photo, yes.
In other words, 5 minutes after the crime.
Oh, in other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, Ms.Starr. You were lying. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time.
That time? Alright, tell us about the SL9.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing like them. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
To whom?
Yeah, disposable to who?
To whom? Thank you.
2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled.
Oh. Okay, so it was Goodman herself, sheriff, and some fourth dude? Yeah.
The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence.
I thought you can't pitch capital punishment without decisive, clear evidence, right? I mean, well, I guess that's not true either. Because how many innocent people get found guilty and face criminal? Well.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be?
Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Marshall.
Oh. Weird, but he's still holding a position of some kind of power.
As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle.
So what I'm hearing is I should be getting gumshoe on the case.
Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted.
Weird.
However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I.
Does that mean that he did the murder? You haven't forgotten the SL9 incident.
There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason. I come to sell lunches in this accursed office.
Not lurches, but lunches.
I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that help me investigate.
Ms.Starr's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? And just when all the detectives on the SL9 incident have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
Huh.
So, Rookie.
What? Who else calls me Rookie? The head of the police department?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes?
Then you should take this.
That is a fancy steak dinner and everything. Does that mean you have your blessing? A Salisbury steak lunch.
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Oh. Steak lunch received from Ms.Starr. Just like us going right back to when they had that lunch at the, at the movie theater. Or at the movie studio. Steak lunch received from Ms.Starr.
Excellent for putting
Officer Marshall in a good mood.
Ms.Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when he was Officer Marshall as a detective.
But now, he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Well, that's the best case of anything to go off of. Let's see what happens. Nope. Well, I know what to do. We have to go talk to Jake Marshall. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast, they're blurring. I suppose that makes sense. A detective did get killed here, after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got from the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I don't like that there's no audio. Hold on. Detention Center. February 23rd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning again. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How is she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Grant say that they arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back to that later. Okay. Criminal Affairs Department, I guess. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder in the detective down at the police department. Yeah, but it was also the same detective that was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. This makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department's crime scene. Yeah, you sound dead set on investigating. That's a bad pun and you know it. But don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Let's go back to the entrance. I want to examine this thing again. The Blue Badger is still writhing around today. Oh, right. The thing it's doing. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's going to do something naughty. What? Look at that patrolman saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot. What are you thinking? What's in your head? Sir, right here, sir. Huh? I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. Huh. They make a good pair. I suppose. I always get excited when I come to the police station. Why is that? Just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals and stuff. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those 2 officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. They're not. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. I guess. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly ever look human. Huh. She has a point. Yeah. Could be their drawing work. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama's in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Yeah, me too. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? Didn't I have this conversation? Designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Well, do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? Well, when I was on a school trip, I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, you see? Uh-huh. What about zebras? Or do they not have those at your zoo? I guess. Oh, a campaign banner. The banner here is announcing the campaign to fight crime. Nice slogan. Wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. I would have to agree. All right, well, that was everything that was out here. I really thought that we were going to get more from the frickin' dancing whatever. I should examine this a little bit more, but my side's beginning to act up, and I think I managed to last out an episode. So that's all the time that we've got for this episode. Take care, everybody.